You must seek marriage by all possible means. If you find a good spouse, you will be happy, and if you find a bad one, you will become a philosopher. These words from Socrates carry a sarcastic tone, oscillating between sorrow and laughter like a restless teenager. Life seems absurd in its superficial details, yet it never fails to open doors to deep philosophical contemplation, reflecting the contradictions of human existence. To Socrates, life is like the surface of a lake, calm and dark, but beneath that surface lies a world of swirling currents and endless questions. Happiness, he suggests, is not a tangible goal, but a state of awareness, a deep understanding of its nature. Pain, on the other hand, is not an enemy to be defeated, but an essential part of humanity's quest for truth. Marriage here is not merely a social contract, but a metaphor for meaning itself. A constant battle between the desire to unite with another and the urge to maintain one's individuality. It's a delicate balance between the need for love and the realization that love often swims in an ocean of unanswered questions. Socrates doesn't just pose questions. He invites us to embrace confusion, because philosophy, at its core, is nothing more than an internal journey toward freeing the mind from the shackles of material reality. In the first part of the statement, happiness appears as a desirable goal, almost like a state of perfect harmony between oneself and the world. It glows on the horizon, a beacon achieved through contentment and alignment with one's surroundings. This happiness, which shines like a promise in life, suggests that achieving it can bring inner balance, where moments of peace and understanding replace the endless struggle between desires and emotions. But in the second half of the statement, the picture shifts. Happiness takes on a bitter edge, revealing a deeper philosophical truth. Happiness isn't a prize easily won. It's forged through hardship and pain. Socrates implies that suffering, when met with wisdom and awareness, ceases to be a burden and instead becomes a tool for refining thought and shaping the soul. Pain is not something to run from, but a teacher that opens doors to true consciousness. In this view, a bad spouse symbolizes the existential struggle that forces a person to confront their own reality. Marriage becomes a mirror, reflecting hidden flaws and buried pains. Rather than escaping this suffering or resisting it, Socrates urges us to face it with patience and wisdom, as it becomes a gateway to personal growth and spiritual elevation. Suffering is not just an unpleasant experience to be avoided. It is a catalyst for self-development. Pain transforms into life lessons that deepen our understanding of ourselves and the world. In this sense, marriage becomes a laboratory for the soul, where struggles and hardships serve as opportunities for true maturity. And when pain becomes a means of learning, the path to wisdom becomes clearer. A prime example of this perspective is Fyodor Dostoevsky, whose existential suffering and hardships fueled his literary genius. His personal struggles, from extreme poverty to imprisonment and exile, provided the fertile ground for masterpieces like The Brothers Karamazov and Crime and Punishment. To truly grasp these works, we must understand that their psychological and philosophical dimensions weren't just intellectual exercises, but direct reflections of Dostoevsky's own experience with existential pain. His life was steeped in suffering, and this inner turmoil drove his profound explorations of life's meaning, freedom, and morality. The questions raised by his circumstances, facing oppressive power structures and the sting of poverty, shaped his literature into a mirror of humanity's deepest struggles. In novels like The Brothers Karamazov and Demons, Dostoevsky created characters locked in intense inner battles, caught between forces of good and evil, desire and duty, reason and emotion. Through these tragic figures, he illuminated the darkest corners of the human psyche, tackling themes of existence, faith, and the search for meaning. These aren't just abstract philosophical issues. They're deeply connected to everyday life and personal experience. Similarly, Friedrich Nietzsche built a philosophy centered on suffering as a source of strength. His famous quote, "What does not kill me makes me stronger," is not just an optimistic take on pain, but a profound idea that goes beyond mere endurance. It suggests transformation and growth through struggle. Like Socrates, Nietzsche saw pain not as a negative experience, but as a harsh teacher that reshapes individuals, making them stronger and more self-aware. From this perspective, pain is not just an event. It is a necessary step in the journey of self-discovery. It's an essential tool for dismantling old values and reconstructing life anew. Through this lens, human beings become resilient, capable of overcoming adversity and rising beyond suffering into a higher state of awareness. In today's world, where life is filled with modern challenges, complex relationships, psychological pressures, Nietzsche's ideas feel more relevant than ever. In our relationships, whether in marriage or friendships, we often face tough trials that demand emotional resilience and mental strength. Every disappointment, betrayal, or moment of loss can serve as an indirect opportunity for deeper self-understanding and growth. In moments of suffering, people find themselves asking profound existential questions, discovering new truths about their lives and the meaning of strength and endurance. Despite the pain, these experiences can act as catalysts for self-discovery. It's as if pain opens new doors to wisdom, allowing us to see life through a different, more insightful lens. In this sense, every person who has gone through hardship may find themselves becoming a philosopher, whether they realize it or not. Philosophy isn't just abstract thinking. It's a journey within the self. And here lies the essence of life as Socrates saw it. Happiness is a dream for the weak, but philosophy is the path for those who dare to stare into the abyss and embrace the challenges life presents.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.